So spring is here, and that means that it's time to switch it up and bring some fresh and colourful sneakers into the rotation and ditch that winter jacket. Although maybe not in the UK. It's good to bring in some fresh and light colourways. Summer is coming, it's exciting, and we don't necessarily have to keep wearing the boots and the Timberlands, you know, all those heavy wintry shoes. Even the Uggs, I feel like those are now coming out of season and we are embracing the new season. And so today I'm going to be covering some of the best spring colorways in terms of sneakers in 2025, and I'm also going to break down each category and give you some examples of sneakers that you can buy with varying budgets. So let's go straight into it. First up, we have one of my absolute favorites at the moment, and this is animal print sneakers. This is definitely a bold fashion choice that can elevate style and your different outfits that you plan on wearing. And some of the most popular animal print sneakers at the moment feature cow print and leopard print. Now, we've seen Adidas do this really well. You know, I feel like Adidas are on trend. You know, they have the Sambas, they keep pushing out more colorways, and I thought that by now, you know, we would have cooled down a little bit on the Sambas, but I don't know. Adidas is coming all guns blazing and they're releasing some fire colorways. I really love the leopard Sambas and the cow print Sambas that we had released last month. We also have the SL72s, which come in at a slightly lower retail of around £10 cheaper. So the Sambas are £100 and the SL72s are £90. Now, these compare very well with casual streetwear, athleisure, and semi-formal fits depending on the styling. They use different types of materials to replicate the animal hair in the form of synthetic fur or suede, which adds a little bit of texture, and it's definitely more interesting than your standard leather or mesh material that we see on most sneakers. So these compare very well with both minimalist and loud outfits. On the minimalist side, this would definitely be the centerpiece of your outfit. You'd probably wear something that's monochromatic, like one color, and have the sneaker be the star of the outfit. And towards your loud side, you can just go all out, you know, beyond your imagination, be super creative and have like a mix of prints and bold colors, then add these sneakers just to have a really loud but creative outfit. Next up, another great colorway for the spring, we have earthy tones. Now, if you're into the natural / neutral aesthetic, earthy tones are definitely a must for spring. Think shades of tans, olives, and light brown for a more chill and laid back vibe. I definitely think these are a good alternative to your white sneakers just because they offer a more unique and subtle vibe at the same time. These just work really well with your light denim, cargos, joggers, or even tailored trousers. Definitely a very versatile colorway because it's just so simple and clean. In addition to that, I feel like more of your earthy sneakers come in those premium materials, so you have like suede, nubuck, and premium leather, which just gives the sneakers a high-end feel and look. And some great examples in this category include the Air Jordan 4 Mushroom, which is one of my personal favorites, although the price point is a little bit high for these ones. But these come in that lovely mushroomy light brown colorway, and they feature tan, suede, and leather materials. Some other great models are the Adidas Handball Spezials and the New Balance 530s. Next up, at number 3, we have white / cream sneakers. I had to include this, like, come on. Come summer, come spring, white sneakers, cream sneakers, that is the time to be wearing them, especially because they're just so versatile and they can go with basically anything. Like, there's nothing I can't name that can't go with white sneakers. Even if you're wearing a suit, hey, you know, it's a bit controversial because it does make the outfit a little bit more casual, but I think white sneakers, you can get away with it, I'll be real. So some great white sneakers that I personally like, these are all just classics. So we have the Puma Cali, which is probably the cheapest sneaker that I'm going to mention in this video. You can probably get that within the £30 to £50 range. We also have the Air Jordan 11 lows, so I'm definitely going to be rocking those this spring. I'm going to do a few styling videos, so if that's something that you like, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss those videos. And then obviously, you know, I just couldn't miss out the Air Force 1 low. Timeless classic. You just put on a clean, fresh pair of white Air Forces, you just can't go wrong with that. Although the price has been creeping up on these. I don't know if Nike thought we didn't notice, but I definitely noticed. You know, a couple of years ago you could get Air Forces, you know, white Air Forces for £80. So tell me why the price has now creeped up by £30 to 110. Nike, we're watching you. Moving on, we have pastel colorways. So these are your more softer, lighter colors. So, you know, you've got a light blue, light green, pink, any color, just a little bit toned back so that it's not as bold as just having that color in its natural state. Let me give you an example. So we have the Air Jordan 4 Sylvesters that just released, and then a pastel version of it. So this is bold, you know, we've got the Air Jordan 4 Sylvesters, and this option, not as bold, pastel, still, you know, adds color, but it just isn't as loud or as shouty. These are for sure eye-catching, but not overwhelming, and they're a subtle way to add colour while still maintaining that clean look and clean vibe about your outfit. And they just make the outfit more playful and fun, adding a touch of personality. Two great examples in this category are the Air Force One Shadow. They mix so many different colours together, but it goes really well because the colours are light. Then also, I personally love the Puma Speedcat. It's a low, slim profile sneaker, retailing at around £90. And it comes in many different colorways. So yeah, those are two great options. And last up, we have metallics, which I do know is a little bit juxtaposing with the feeling of summer and spring, but hear me out. So this is definitely a bold and stylish choice, especially when the sun is out. This is going to reflect off your shoes and definitely bring attention to the footwear that you're wearing. I think metallic shoes are just made to be the statement piece of your outfit, and it's definitely good for those who want to maybe elevate a monochromatic outfit. When you add in the metallic shoes, that instantly makes the outfit in itself more interesting because you have the shoes as the star of the show. And it's also less common. Don't really see as much metallics. It's definitely something that is starting to become trendy in 2025, but I don't think it's a trend that has fully picked up. And so it would be nice to see how people style metallic sneakers, especially in the spring, because I think it's a lot harder. You know, I personally would keep it safe and do like an all black outfit and then wear metallic sneakers, but obviously in the spring you're wearing lighter tones and you're kind of trying to sway a little bit away from the black. So some great shoes in this category include the Adidas Taekwondo, the Nike P6000, and the Nike Shox, which comes in a vast array of colorways, some more metallic than others, and so you can definitely go for something that's a little bit less reflective and shiny but still gives off that metallic vibe. Metallic is not just confined to silver. You can have rose gold, you can have gold, you can even have some shades of blue that kind of give off like that chrome metallic finish. So yeah, alright, so that is 5 of the top spring sneaker colorways in my opinion. I should have added that in the beginning. If you guys think there's any other colorways that look good in the spring and the summer, be sure to let us know in the comment section down below. You know, put us on, don't be selfish. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe so that you don't miss the next upload. But I'll see you in the next video.